We are live. Hey guys, welcome to our live spoiler review of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. And yes, with me here is Mr. Lou Rod. How's it going, Lou?
I'm doing well. How are you doing
Sorry,
today?
sorry. Buddha Rod. I'm doing good. Hopefully joining us will be Mr. Warren Bowman. He said he's not feeling too fine, although he's seen the movie, but he'll be here soon. So let's kick things off. I've seen the movie. I did my review on Monday. Non-spoiler, I dropped it out. You all could tell that I liked the movie then. And I've also seen it again the second time. I saw it yesterday. I really needed to see it the second time only because after some of the other reviews from other critics, I wasn't sure what I watched again. Like I had self-doubt in myself. But Lou, you've seen the movie. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. Thought the movie was fine, I'm not one to go on what critics say anyway, but the movie was, it was fun for what it did. Now, I'm looking forward to the R-rated version.
You're looking forward to the R-rated version. All right. So,
Yeah.
so you thought the movie was fun. You thought the movie hit all its points. Now, I want to ask you some stuff in terms of yourself as well as audience reaction. So, we've heard some critics that the movie didn't have any humor at all. How would you put that? Did you find the right kind of humor there for you, or was it a movie that didn't need humor in the first place?
It didn't have much humor. That is true.
But did you want it to have more humor?
Not really. I mean, Lex's little humor here and there, but other than that, it didn't need humor to me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the most humorous parts was the conversations with Bruce and Alfred. Alfred with his snark remarks left and right, saying that the Wayne family ain't gonna have no kids in the future if if Bruce Wayne keeps doing the things he does, or Perry White, making fun of Clark disappearing all the time, like those kind of things where it made sense. It wasn't like you were forcing a joke, where it was just at that point. So for me, it did that. So we're okay. In terms of the actors, let's start off with Ben Affleck. What do you think? Grade the actors for yourself. Ben Affleck, what do you think? How was his performance for you?
His performance was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. His bat flick was on point. I can't complain.
Okay, all right. You enjoyed his performance. How about Henry Cavill?
He's Superman. I mean, he was a little dead-faced, but hey, that's Superman.
All right. And Wonder Woman?
I enjoyed Wonder Woman. Even though she didn't have like many lines, but you didn't expect her to. And then her reveal of 1918's photo, that shit was hot.
Okay, yeah. All right. So in my theater, when I watched it the first time, was a fan screening, so I wouldn't use that to judge. I would use like yesterday because I was, opening night. My audience was very captivated by the movie. They were shocked when the Senate building blew up. That really got a lot of people. Like people were, really tensed up. They laughed at certain moments. That, like I said, Alfred and Perry White. When Wonder Woman showed up, oh my God, that whole place like lost it completely. I don't know, what was the reaction to yours? Because I know Wonder Woman showed up in her costume. People were just like, this woman next to me was like, hell yeah. I was like, damn.
Well, you had a live theater. My theater was dead.
Oh, wow.
No clapping, no nothing. Not even at the end.
Oh, wow. My theater was very lively. Sean is asking, do you think critics are too busy comparing it against Marvel movies? I mean, I think so. I think a lot of critics are. The ones that I tend to like to watch are people like John Schnapp, and I totally disagree with John Schnapp completely on this movie. I don't know what he watched, but for me, I guess he was looking for something else. I don't know.
They were looking for something else or expecting something else. I don't know. It was fine for me. Like I said, I had no issues.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do. Doomsday he evolved, which was just fine.
Yeah, and he was on almost unstoppable, man. I mean, the things I liked, especially, so let me just answer this question here from Timberly. Who do you think will win, Batman or Superman in a real fight? Superman. I mean, this movie I think clearly showed it that Superman really didn't go to that fight. If he wanted to, he would have ended that fight a long time ago.
Well, you seen why? I mean, I like Lex. Lex was just pure.
So you like Lex? Okay, that's good. That's good.
He was just evilness, man, and I love that. The evil side of him was just like he's a genius, but an evil genius.
Yeah, I agree. Flame says it's about to go watch a Flame game. Yeah, I mean, Soka didn't enjoy the game. People overacting how bad the movie is. I had no problem at all. Exactly. This movie was not bad. It's not even like saying I don't think it was bad. I would give you like I said, my pure reaction the first time I watched it. It was fun, but also at the end of the movie, I was like, okay, there's a lot that happened in there that some people might not get. I watched it the second time. I mean, I'm watching it, I'm going, then I started to realize because before I went to the movie yesterday, a friend of mine called me. He's a comic book guy too. And he was like, oh, he didn't like the movie. He's like, he didn't understand it. I felt like smacking him. I'm gonna tell he's watching this video. Yeah, I felt like smacking you, dude. Because he's like, I couldn't follow the storyline. I'm like, I don't get how you can't follow that storyline.
Hey, Sean, this is the spoiler review, so you might want to come back tomorrow and watch.
Yeah, Sean, please. Just go watch the non-spoiler. I'll leave that in the description review. This is a spoiler review, Sean. I'm just warning you again last time before I continue. But I think it was really good. Let me see. Noof says, I thought DC really stepped in the game. The movie was a big improvement. I mean, yeah, I think what I enjoyed as a Superman fan, since you guys know that, let me just wear my just take my shirt off right there. I'm gonna take the lower shirt off for a second. There we go.
It's just a trio.
Doesn't matter. I mean, hey, look, this is me representing the movie here, but this is also from.
No one can complain. I got the S on my chest.
Yeah, but what I liked about this movie, for me personally, as a Superman fan, it was seeing Superman go through his toughest trials, which was emotional. Had nothing to do with fighting anyone. It was he tried to do something. He tried to save his girlfriend. They complain. All right. He go to court. They complain. Lex kills everybody. They blame him. Then
that scene was masterful.
It was,
and they didn't even notice the fucking chick take off.
Did she go?
I'm pretty sure she didn't stay there to get herself blowed up.
I didn't see her. I mean, they showed his chair, but they never showed her again. So, which means she's dead.
We have to assume she somehow, some way, weaseled out. Because, come on, Lex Luthor's assistant kill herself.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see about that. But anyway, that scene was so well done. Him coming in, and then the grandma's peaches tea right there. Oh, that was just like you knew someone was up. And then when it happened, you're like, even I myself was like, I knew there was an explosion somewhere. I thought maybe it was going to be smaller, but I was like, damn. And Superman just standing there like, oh, man. They're going to blame me on this one again. So, like I couldn't, and you remember he's telling Lois, like he could have stopped it, but he wasn't looking for it. Which to me made like a almost metaphorical sense that just because he has all these powers, it means that now his job is to search all the time for stuff,
Well, that's probably something he'll start doing when he goes forward.
But even that too becomes, it's like, do I really is that what I'm supposed to do? I thought it was just to save people. Now I have to actively do that. The cameos were very well, in my opinion. Also, the Flash
cameo sucked.
Flash. Which ones? All of them?
The only one that I liked was the dream sequence of the Flash, and then the Flash in the little gasoline station type store. But Cyborg cameo was weak. It's like, okay, he's already lost all his body. How? And then Aquaman looked like he was fucking in the Titanic.
Yeah, I mean, he was. Yeah, Aquaman was fine. Aquaman was fine. I think. See, this is what I was telling my friend before we got on. I think this is what they should have done. This is my own change to the movie. So when Bruce sends the email to Wonder Woman, right? She reads the email. She sees a picture. She's like, crap. Like he's found out, right? And then at the end, it stops right there before she clicks on the file. So you don't see the attachment on there. And then she should just close the laptop.
Computer?
Yeah. Then in the end credit sequence, which does not exist, what they should do is after the funeral, Bruce goes back and he's sitting down and he's pondering. And then he clicks, opens up the Lex OS file. And you can play the whole thing again if you want to. I don't care. But that point, it will feel much more juicier than in the movie.
And Cyborg's dad, we get Olivia Pope's father.
No. We don't get Olivia Pope's father. We get the creator of the Terminator. That's what I got. That was the homage. That's why they picked him.
That's right. He was in Terminator.
Yes, he was Terminator 2. He was the one who created if I say I was about to say Cybertron. Oh my god.
He created Judgment Day.
Sorry. Please refrain. Please somebody help me out because I cannot remember. It's
the C-800?
No. What's the computer in Terminator? Skynet. He created Skynet. Thank you. Oh my god. I was about to say Cybertron and I just lose all credit completely. But yeah, that's why I was like, to me, that was the homage they made there. Some people were like, Olivia Pope's dad made it. I was like, you young little kids don't know crap. This is T2, baby. So I like that. Yeah, the senator. Oh yeah, Mercy died. I think Mercy died. One of my friends was like, "Where's Stan Lee?"
Like I said, I don't think Mercy's dead.
Stan Lee was how old is Stan Lee now? 80?
Oh, I think he's older.
90?
I think so.
Stan Lee was 15 when Superman was made, so he was reading Superman comics and Batman comics before he started making his.
Stealing the ideas.
Yeah. I think the movie is not very accessible to non-comic book readers. A lot of confused people when I saw it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think this movie will go down mixed. I know a lot of people in my theater, like, were not confused. A lot of people watched it. To me, it would be interesting because I think international audiences will get it more than Americans. I'm not saying that Americans are slower. I'm not saying that, but with a lot of movies internationally are not spoon-fed. They don't spoon-feed you. You kind of go through. Would you recommend IMAX 4DX or AMC Prime? IMAX. If you're watching in IMAX, not IMAX 3D, just IMAX. Go for it.
IMAX.
What do you say?
The real IMAX.
Real IMAX, yeah, the very big one. Olivia Pope's dad, I know him as Byron from A Different World. Yeah.
Was he in that too?
Yeah, he was.
Damn, bro. Fuck.
I think DC intended to create a universe outside of the comic books. I agree. That's not why Batman killed. Also. Okay, let me address this once and for all because I am tired of hearing people complain about that. Number one, this is based off The Dark Knight Returns. The Batman was. In that, he killed. Just case closed. Done. Number two, in every single Batman movie, Batman has killed somebody. Let's just be frank. The Tumbler has run over people. Batman killed a couple of people in what do you call it again? The first Batman movie. What do you call it? Who was the director of that movie again?
And Begins or Tim Burton's?
Tim Burton's ones, yeah. Killed a bunch of people. His car dropped grenades and all that kind of stuff. Go check it. Somebody even has a tally online how many people have died from the movies. Now, to put it in the other side, let's start off with Marvel. And I'll give you one Marvel movie where a lot of bad guys, not people, but bad guys have died. Avengers 2, the opening sequence, when everyone's rolling through, Thor is using his hammer. Mind you, nobody can pick up that hammer. So which means if he touches you, you're dead. Hulk is running through guys. Captain America throws a motorcycle at a tank with people thinking they're not dead. And of course, Iron Man is doing this.
That's set to stun.
Okay. um, 2 cents comment says, I feel the movie had a lot of uncompleted. I don't though. I personally don't. I know a lot of people said that, but to me, that's the thing. I guess for me, I knew where it was going. I understood where it was going. So maybe that was the plan to say, look, we don't want to give you every process, but I didn't think it had any uncompleted thoughts in there. So for instance, Tuco56 says the reason for them fighting the end was whack. No, I disagree. What do you think?
Lex gave him an ultimatum. He didn't want to really oblige, but Bruce
wasn't having it.
At the moment, he wasn't having it because
Bruce wasn't having it to the end. I mean, if Lewis Lane didn't come, he would have stabbed him. Let's just call it what it is.
I don't know, because once he said Martha, bro, he kind of hesitated. He's like, "Why'd you say that?"
Yeah. I mean, okay.
All Bruce rage.
To me, I put it this way: you were given a Batman who is at the very edge of his rock already. He's lost people. He's lost people at work and all that stuff. Then you also have a fact that Clark was given an ultimatum. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, Superman should have. I'm like, no, there's no way Superman would have found his mom. Let's just be clear, because this Superman is one in this movie universe. This is a Superman who you're told that when it comes to his family, he does not fuck around.
Oh, you saw that when he was about to blast Lex.
I mean, remember in Man of Steel when Zod attacked his mom? Remember, he dropped Lewis, and as soon as he heard that Zod was by the house, he was gone. So he looked at his mom's pictures, and that thing looked like a creepy horror show, though, man. I was like, man, Lex, come on. He was about to blast Lex, like, oh, wait, I have no idea where she is. So to me, I like that emotional connection because, look, I mean, for me personally, I have a single mom. If anything happens, if I had his powers, you bet it. I don't care if I'm Superman or not. You all are finished. So I personally understood where that comes from, and I was like, all right, that made sense for me, And so for him going to Bruce and says, hey, Bruce, I need your help, and the dude was not listening. It was just not. And then so Superman thought process was, okay, let me rough him up a little bit. Then maybe I can say, okay, look, sit down, let's talk. But once that kryptonite hit, it was downhill. Now, 2 Cents Comic says the fight was too short. Nah, I think it was. I don't see it going any longer because Batman needed to fire kryptonite as soon as possible, or else.
Pretty much, because.
Yeah, I don't think the movie deserved the hate that's getting. I think it was an enjoyable, entertaining time. Yeah, it was. I believe the movie will only be truly judged correctly when the complete 3-hour Blu-ray version is released. Would anyone agree?
I do.
Yeah, maybe.
I won't give it no negative scores. Like I said, I had a good time with it, but I really do want to see that version.
Okay, did people know Clark and Superman were the same person? Lex did. That's the person that did. And no one else knew, because remember, if you saw the flash in the paper, it said Clark Kent died in Gotham. And remember, he was chasing the Gotham. This is the thing that he did in this movie, why people don't get it. And to me, as a movie audience, I don't like being spoon-fed. Clark has been chasing the Batman story for the longest time, right? So it only makes sense that he would be there trying to cover that story. And did you know the only person who knew he was there, other than Lewis, this was Perry White, because she said I need a chopper, not because of he said go to the, what do you call it again? Go to the spaceship. He's like, no, I need a chopper to go to Gotham. It's like, why? It's like, this is not for that story, and he knew it has to be for Clark. So that's why you don't have to spell it out that, oh, yes, Clark Kent went to Gotham City. It's just implied.
Dude, what was Flash wearing?
He was wearing the armored suit from Injustice, a version of it.
Why does he need an armored suit to travel through time?
Because this is my thinking. I think the way they wrote it, the way the writer was thinking is that because Flash does not have invulnerability. He has super healing. He doesn't have vulnerability. He would need some protection. That's just the thought process. That's probably what it was.
To run through time?
You know how fast he has to go?
Regardless of the fact, I mean, Grant Gustin don't have to wear no damn armored suit.
That was, yeah, it's a TV show. It's different. I think it's different writing approaches.
I mean, I just felt the whole suit thing was cheesy.
No, I liked it. I liked it too.
Dude, the fucking guy opened his damn face like he was Iron Man and shit.
I like the suit because literally, actually, the only way he could actually possibly run through time is if he was invulnerable. And I get that. I mean, as a comic book fan, you wanted to be like the comic books, but I get why they did it too. The reason they also did that was because literally that scene was to me, I think was an Easter egg just for fans. Literally, it was supposed to be a nightmare, so the people will go, "Oh, that's a nightmare." Regular audiences, then people like me and you will go, "Oh shit, that was the Flash." You know, that literally was to what I saw that scene in to be. Let's see. I was a little confused with the burial scene. Where was Clark's actual body? His body was in Smallville. You remember his mom put the picture of the dad right next to his hands. And then Bruce Wayne said they buried an empty casket. So his body was in Smallville, and in Metropolis, he just buried an empty casket, and that was it.
That scene kind of reminded me of the
Death of Superman,
the Doomsday cartoon.
Mm-hmm. So in this movie, if you're a comic book fan, for me, these were the comic books that were in this movie. Dark Knight Returns, very clearly, because Batman was pretty much that. Death of Superman, which we got. We also got the Injustice, basically video game and cartoon. We got also a bit of Son of Darkseid with the Nightmare Vision. We got Birthright, because in Birthright, Lex knows who Superman is. And I think we also got Superman, Man of Tomorrow, some of that in there as well. And Red Sun. So as a comic book fan, I was watching it the first time, I was like, snap, there's all these different, different comic books in there. So, I mean, it was good. What did you think of, I just forgot that now.
Think of what, my friend?
Something to do with Lex. Let me ask some questions and answer some questions, and then I can remember.
The courtroom scene was so shocking and sad. Just out of curiosity, has there been such a scene in any Marvel movie?
No.
We're getting one.
We're getting an explosion. But that courtroom scene was done so well. That scene was done so well because you felt the weight. To me, that was one of the best part I liked about Lex, especially like right before, because he was just like, he had the setup for it,
But see, here's what gets me with Lex, especially when he's speaking to the senator in his home, and he hung the painting upside down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where is Lex getting all this information? Because that was before he went to the Kryptonian ship.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that they're hinting that because I get it. Lex in the comics has had some dealings with Darkseid. They're hinting it. So I'm not exactly sure how they will be. We'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, somebody's asking, how would they bring back Superman and Clark? So this is how they would bring back. This is where me and Sam had some issues. Sam was like, killing him. He didn't like the fact they killed. He's like, he loved the scene. He just didn't like the fact they killed him because it's going to be hard for him to bring him back.
I don't think so.
No, not that. The reasoning for Superman coming back is very easy. This is how I think. So somebody posted it. I'm sharing somebody else's thoughts. This is from Superhero Hype, by the way.
Of course.
But I when I read this, I was like, it makes so much sense. So they were like, if Superman was hit by a nuke, he didn't die. Well, he didn't fully die. Sun resurrected him.
Oh, dude. He looked like some shit that came out The Walking Dead, all pale faced.
Yeah, that's also from the Dark Knight Returns too. They hit him with a nuke. He was hit with a nuke, and it took him, sunlight rejuvenation. But the reason why Superman is coming back to life is not because just of the radiation, is because of the codex. Remember, every single genetic makeup of Krypton is in his body. So that's a reason why he can come back compared to Zod or anyone else, any other Kryptonian.
Well, Zod had his neck broke.
Yeah, but even still, though.
Oh, now that's an interesting question to you. If they would have left Zod in direct sunlight, would he have been brought back to life?
The Codex. That's the thing. I think that's what makes him special. That's
yeah,
the
but
difference.
Superman in the comics didn't you have a Codex?
I know. I agree. Remember in the movie verse, that's I think what they will do to say, hey, look, remember.
The Codex don't seem to be the proper reason to bring him back. I think it's just the fact of, yeah, he got stabbed and whatever, but he also has like the rejuvenation power through the sun.
I think to me, it makes sense. But remember, he's already buried, so it's not like he's like they threw him out up there in space and just left him to rejuvenate as long as possible.
He wasn't buried that long because remember, he was sitting in his mama's house, exposed to sunlight, when he had his hands crossed across his chest.
I mean, the reasoning in the comic books,
and then they didn't even show his full body.
Yeah,
we don't even know if that was actually him in that casket.
Yeah, the reasoning in the comic books is simply this: that his heart slowed down to a beat every couple of days. That's what it was in comics and the cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. So like his heart just slowed down to like a rejuvenation pulse where it just slowly brings.
And that's what they did here. Watch.
I say they're going to use the Codex. I agree whoever posted that, because that to me for this universe it makes sense to say.
It doesn't make sense because the Codex seems more like a computer type thing.
The Codex is the skull. Remember, it's the skull that his father in Man of Steel put into him.
And it seems like some computer type shit that we're going to deal with probably in Man of Steel 2 with the Brainiac syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. But how do you bring it back? By saying when you bring it back in Justice League with the Codex, Brainiac wants him specifically because he has the Codex also. So you're carrying that storyline across. You don't want to skip one movie and just pretend like it wasn't there. So I think they'll use that. Now, Clark will never go back to Daily Planet. I mean, they said he was dead. So unless, of course, they didn't know about the funeral that happened in Smallville, or maybe they just said, we thought he was dead. I don't know how they're going to explain that part. That's the part I don't get.
That's probably how they'll spin it. We thought you died. Oh, no. I disappeared. I dropped off because I was injured and I went to, recover.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, the courtroom scene was generally shocking. Yeah, that's right. I agree. The courtroom scene was on point.
It was, because I did not expect that. He looked over to Homeboy in the wheelchair and boom.
So I know this is kind of obvious, but when did they find out each other's identity? So the only person who did not find out anyone's identity in this movie was Batman.
Well, he found Wonder Woman's. He just didn't know.
Wonder Woman's, but he doesn't know who she was specifically. Clark found out Batman's identity immediately at the party.
Yeah, because he heard all that shit, the little radio chatter.
Yeah, immediately at the party. Bruce, again, the thing about it is that Bruce Wayne was, some people are a little bit annoyed at that, but I think it was because Bruce Wayne was so focused on taking out Superman. He saw this as a long-term threat that he needed to deal with now. And I think that was the difference.
I liked his sniper gun. He used it as a tracking beacon.
Yeah, remember how people were bitching about that the longest time? The only reason why you use a sniper gun for that is because it travels long distance, high caliber rifle. You need that if you're going to stay up high up somewhere and shoot. And people were complaining about when they saw it in the trailers. Why does Batman have a gun? And then, of course, the whole Batman killing. Get over it.
I loved it.
It was great. It was fun.
I love it, especially the nightmare scene. Did you recognize the one dude?
Which one, dude?
In the nightmare scene that pointed the gun at his head in the trailer?
No, who's that?
The country guy from Arrow.
Which country guy?
In the flashbacks.
Yeah, no, what country guy from Arrow?
I don't know his name. He was the one that Oliver ended up killing a few episodes back.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Oliver has killed so many people in season 1. But...
No. In this particular season we're in right now, in these flashbacks, the country guy that's been riding his ass, that you're up to something. And then eventually Oliver just killed him to prove that he was on the refugee side. Can't remember his name.
I don't know. I don't think that's the same guy, though.
It's the same guy.
I don't think so.
I don't
Um,
forget a face.
yeah, Bruce didn't know Clark was Superman until after he saves Mark Kent. Um, yeah, once, yeah, pretty much. The Parademons definitely looked awesome, man. They looked like they would be something out of this world when we see them in the movie. Love Gal Gadot. Loved they let her keep her Israeli accent. Hopefully, Patty Jenkins can keep the momentum. Snyder's great. Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman has the biggest momentum coming out of this by far. I mean, everyone was excited to see her, and then I mean, I think Fandango put out their rating said 80% of people going to see this movie just to see her in the first place. So, I mean, she's got the most momentum. I agree with you. 2 Cents Comics that hopefully you can keep that going and push it. But I mean, right now, my own thing is I would say is like, look, if you're not sure about the movie, especially because of you heard all these different reviews, my thinking is, look, go see the movie, sit down, soak it in, and enjoy. Just let it come in. Let it come in. Because it's not a movie this is not a popcorn flick. It's not built as a popcorn. It's not a Marvel movie. So that's the first. Get it out of your head. Think of it closer as being. It has a serious tone of The Dark Knight, right? That's what you want to use to watch this movie, and then you will get it, and I think you probably enjoy it better that way. But so far, the movie's doing well. I mean, it's supposedly going to be 100 million worldwide today. So which means worldwide, I'm thinking this weekend might be close to 300 million worldwide minus US. US is 27 million right now from last night.
Oh, it beat Age of Ultron's record by $1,000. Or maybe 100,000, depending on how they broke it down. But 27.7 to 27.6.
Yeah. So.
And it beat the Dark Knight's total as well. But I'll tell you right now, one of the theaters at my house had 4 showings last night. 6, 7:30, 9:30, and 10:30 is what they went with. And then that was just regular, no 3D. And the 3D version had showings going all the way past 11.
Okay, they shouldn't. See, I disagree. I think word of mouth of this movie has been good. That's the thing. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think word of mouth is as bad as you think. This is from Cora says, word of mouth and poor reviews will cause ticket sales to drop as the days go on. I don't think so. Coming out from yesterday, word of mouth was very good. It was at 76% or almost 80 word of mouth. So we'll see. I'll just say, if you're going to watch it this weekend, go watch it. Make up your mind. Do it yourself. The movie will do well enough anyway. I think it'll still make $1 billion, just because of international audiences, because that's where people are soaking it up completely. And then,
like I said, I don't follow what critics say. I'm gonna go watch it for my own personal choice.
MLG said that lasso, though, I didn't think the world would see it. Well, hey, that lasso was on point. See, look, I'm a Superman fan, so when he now told, like, this is the worst part about it, because I have the soundtrack, I've had it for a while, and then the track is "This World Is Mine." And when you hear it, and I'm like, this sounds like somebody's gonna die in this scene. As soon as I started playing, I was like, no, give Wonder Woman let her stab himself, hold the lasso, But I thought it was a very good scene too. I thought, the fact that he told Lois he basically said, look, this is my own world. I've made that decision. I'm going to do it. Sacrifice. And then he's like, all right, if Kryptonite's going to kill me, he's going to kill me, right? But this guy needs to go. I like the fact also that he, I think this is almost like a slight little dig at bad criticism of Man of Steel. Remember when Doomsday showed up and CNN was reporting like, it's in the downtown area and almost everybody has gone home for the day. I was like, I felt like stuff like that. The fact you have to mention is so annoying to me. And then Superman, this is what Juan would love, right? This is why Juan's whole process of taking him to space does not work. Sorry, Mr. Juan Bagnell. That's what happens. He was trying to take Doomsday to space. It was still an issue.
They did take him to space.
Yeah, no, he was taking him. Taking him to space. Now this is Doomsday, who is mindless. You think General Zod would have just stayed there for him to go to space? I mean, he went to space with Zod, right? And they still came back to Earth. So it's almost like there's nothing you can do. But I like the fact that he was taking Doomsday to space, and then the U.S. government was, in true fashion, they're like, we can take him out with nukes. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's be real. When will the government learn to just stay out of grown men fighting?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, let's fire some nukes and let's flush it. And yeah, what happened? Doomsday got stronger and landed on the floor. I love the fact that Batman was just watching the fight half the time. And then when Doomsday looked at him, he was like, he's like, I'm getting out of here. That was funny. That was cool. Let's see. Super Review said Jurassic World got bad reviews and still made a lot of money. See, Jurassic World was fun. I didn't like that movie as much. It's not a bad movie either, but
it was a fun movie. But the reason that one made a lot of money, 20 years, bro, 20 years.
Yeah, but I found Jurassic World I found the idea dumb, but I still found it entertaining. So that's the thing. To me, that's what annoyed me with this review is like, okay, if you don't, this is not a movie that is bad. Like literally, the ratings make it look like Sharknado is better.
Dude, those movies suck.
Exactly.
Let's not even waste my. Oh God, no.
Black Superman suit in Justice League, maybe. Who knows? Now, here are the things that they have to address. That when this franchise goes forward, black suit plus mullet for the win. Yeah, that's right. Should bring the mullet back. Oh my God, that's like 90s comic book Superman with a mullet. Whew. I don't think Henry Cavill would want to be walking around. They could have attached some hair to his head, of course. I think I don't know how it's going to play out in Justice League, though. I don't know when they're going to bring him back to life. We know Batman is setting up Justice League.
Well, it's simple. They already brought him back to life, or they gave the impression right at the end.
Yeah, no, but when will we see? He's not going to be at the very beginning of Justice League where he comes back to life. Come on.
What's he going to do? He's going to sneak out the box when the people are getting ready to throw the dirt, because he could move at the speed of light and they wouldn't notice. But
no, maybe that was just the fact that his body started kicking. He's still not even awake. You know that, right?
Oh, he's awake.
I'm just saying, man. There's so many possibilities, man.
Ain't no way dirt's going to start to float and he's not awake.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He was about to take flight.
Basically,
he has no fortress of solitude.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's remember that scene where he went to go talk to his dad? That's almost what it was supposed to be.
And then, where the fuck the ship go?
What ship?
The ship Lex was concocting Doomsday in.
Oh, it's still there in the center of the city. Remember?
It didn't look like it was there anymore. It looked like it's a big old memorial.
No, it's still there. It's still there.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, it looks like. To me, this movie would be fine. Just go watch it, enjoy it. They're moving on with Justice League. Chris Terrio said it's going to be lighter.
Okay, see that to me that's just stupid. Because if your villain's going to be Darkseid,
no,
can't go lighter.
No. What he means by he says it's going to be lighter, and Snyder kind of reaffirmed. They said Flash is the one who will be the lighter character in there. Because Flash is always,
I can get Flash being the
Flash always is always lighter in every single incarnation. So I get that. And I think what he meant by that is meaning that. But then again, I'm not too sure if it's even Darkseid per se, or if it's a mixture of. Remember, they also were talking about Atlantis and how Amazonians and.
Dude, did you listen to Lex in the jail when he?
I know he talked about Darkseid in the jail. Yeah.
He's talking about. They saw the signs. They're coming. What fucking signs did they see? Doomsday's Bumblebee Flash going into the sky.
I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting though.
See, that was another thing. How come that stupid alien bot didn't do shit to Lex Luthor?
Okay, the two things here. Lex is the smartest person in the DC universe. Set that aside.
I can understand that.
Lex went in. Remember this? Remember,
I know he did the little.
Then he remember the computer said, Alexander Luthor, your system override has been accepted. That's the first thing. Remember, he did that when he came with the body the next time. So, I mean, unless they wanted to show us how he was actually trying to do it, that's the other thing. See, they showed us.
That's probably going to be in the 3-hour cut.
Unless they showed us how, but to me, this was pure Lex. Like, Lex is also a genius. Everybody wants Lex to be super suave, but half of Lex is that he's a genius. And even in the comic books, when he wasn't suave, he was always a genius. That was Lex from beginning of time. So when Lex basically comes in and he says, what I liked about Lex there was that Lex comes in and they go, they tell him 37% the ship functionality, and this ship has an archive of 100 worlds.
I thought it said more than that. I thought
100,000 galaxies. Sorry, something like that. Yeah. Right? Like, would you like to know? No. It's like, yes, teach me. And then he basically rewrote everything so he took control of the ship. And what he just basically did was he used Zod's DNA to rewrite it, which is probably the easiest way for him to do it, is to use
makes sense.
Yeah, fingerprints and stuff. So I think that was it. I like that Batman. I like this is from 2 Cents Comics. I like that it's Batman who decided to form the Justice League. That was unexpected. I mean, yeah, I think the reason why it made sense was because he had that line where he said, "I failed him in life, but I won't fail him in death." And for some people it may feel odd, but I think for him it just made sense because he was losing himself, and this is a guy who came to a fight, didn't really fight him, was going to die, and said, "Save my mother," and then now sacrificed himself.
See, now going forward, maybe Batman don't kill no more.
Yeah, maybe. That was his test tube baby, though. My biggest problem with the movie is how idiots could believe Superman could use.
My biggest problem with the movie is how idiots could believe Superman used bullets to kill a whole village in Africa.
No, if you listen to the woman's hearing, the way it's media framing. So she said he came and they were shooting and violence and he didn't do anything. That's basically what she was saying. And that's why the senator is like, what is he to do? I mean, like, is he supposed to act unilaterally? Because him coming in caused the violence. That's what happened. That's the idea. Should he save Lewis or not save? He shouldn't come in and save people that he wants to save. That's why that whole argument went throughout the whole movie. Not the fact that Superman used the bullets, but it was because that he didn't. And then when it goes in the media, it becomes Superman killed all those people. No. It becomes that narrative, like how we have in news today anyway.
But then they said, he took Homie through the walls. Did he kill him?
Possibly, yeah.
Because clearly he said, I killed no one over there. So I would assume he didn't kill that dude either.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder left it open like that. I mean, he could have punched the wall before he even hit the homie in the first place, right? So, I mean, a lot of people were like, he killed him. I was like, yeah, he could easily. I mean, so man, the speed he took, he could have punched that wall and grabbed the dude at the same time. So
he could have grabbed the dude and flew through the walls with his back turned.
Dude, he could have done this, grabbed the dude and done this. And still broken like all the walls.
What the hell? He threw Batman through a wall. That was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. What are my thoughts of Batman killing? I am absolutely fine with it.
They can kill some more.
Okay, like I said, I said it earlier, Frank. This is an interpretation from the Dark Knight comic books. Frank Miller's Dark Knight, and Batman's killed in the comic books. Also, again, in the movies, Batman has killed in every single movie he's been. Let's just be frank. This is what it is. So
you think he killed, but
in this one, it's just that you definitely see it really happen. I love that fight scene when he was saving Mark Kent and breaking people's bones.
He punched so hard.
The guy stabbed him here, and he stabbed the guy back. Like, I mean, I mean, the honest truth, if you're gonna play a superhero like Batman, you most likely will be killing a few people.
That scene was nice because they're waiting for him at the door. He comes in through the floor and he tagged all their weapons. I mean,
No, I think a few still had like. Remember, because the guy's gone, he just kept on shooting it, and then that's him. That's him trying to kill the bad guys. So he was pointing the guns at them. Just to let you know, anyone who doesn't like that part.
He rocked bottom the hell out of one dude.
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I love that though. Yeah, she was good. Everything Android. Which actor do you think plays a better Batman? The Dark Knight Rises one, or from Batman? You mean Christian Bale or Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck is a better Batman. I love Christian Bale though. I do.
It's a close race, but I'm gonna have to give it to Batfleck because he was just more violent.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. People are overreacting. 2 cents coming. So when Superman comes back, will Batman and Superman be all good, or will they still butt heads? No, I think they'll be good. They will always be butting heads, but I think, like, remember, after Batman realized how he fucked up, he's like, Martha is not dying tonight, okay? Like, we got this. Like, just, I'll take care of that. I think they will, they'll get together. They'll be fine, but they will have some level of like, this is how I do things. This is how I do things type of thing. When you keep punching Superman and his jaw stops moving, and you realize Kryptonite is wearing off, what do? You begin to beg like Batfleck. That was funny. It was like, doom, doom, doom. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
He had to regroup, man. Get another round ready.
Yeah. Everything Andrew says, I like Christian Bale because he looked cooler. I like Christian Bale, but the look of Batman, this suit is so much better. So much better. I love the cameos. They didn't feel rushed or anything. Again, that some people think he is like Lou. I don't. But Lou agrees with me. They should have taken it and put it in as an end credit sequence. That would have been. I think it would have worked.
It probably would have worked better that way. I mean, Wonder Woman's made sense. Flash's kind of made sense for the simple fact that Bruce is asleep, and Flash talks to him in his sleep.
Yeah, actually, was it? That's the thing. I don't think it was asleep. I think he broke through, and then he passed out again. I think from the
the way they made it look like it was a dream, which was fine. So Flash and Wonder Woman's were okay. I didn't need to see that Ray Fisher was a piece of slab meat on a goddamn technical board, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it did look like that. Let's see. In the movie, okay, David, if you haven't seen the movie, please go watch it first. Or watch it different. This is a spoiler, unless you want to get spoilers, because I'll tell you. So, in the movie, can Batman actually compete with Superman? Because logically, I can't see that happening. Logically, it can't, but there's a reason why it happened, and Batman set things up. I like the fact that he had traps, but again, Superman can't quickly take out the traps either. But he was testing the limits. That's what Batman was trying to do, to see what can at least dent him as much as possible.
At least not none of Batman's weaponry.
Okay, so yeah, Bruce wasn't sleeping because when he woke up, paper was still flying. Can't remember, but maybe you're right. Yeah.
When the DVD comes out, I'll watch it again.
So yeah, the Blu-ray is coming out when? In July?
July 16th.
July 16th is the ultimate cut for the Blu-ray.
I know you're buying it because I know you're gonna want that Batman and Superman figure.
The problem is I don't want to buy two. And the Batman one looks
look, you can buy them both and just ship me the other one. I don't need the figures.
I need the figures. I do. There's a Batman one. There's a Superman one too. And this is the first time I'm like, because I already have so much Superman stuff. I'm like, maybe I should.
But you want that pair.
I know. I was like, okay. No, I first saw it. I was like, I'll get the Batman one because I have lots of Superman stuff around. Now I looked at it again. I was like, but I can't do that. I can't. Let's see.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, he's gonna want that shit. I could get a movie out of this.
Do you guys think they could have pulled off the R-rated version? I think a little blood was needed.
I hope that's not the whole R-rated version. It's just to add blood, because I'll be pissed.
The R-rated version is more. I think it's more to do with Batman's brutality. with other fights, not this one. Some of the other fights there too.
The Batmobile looked nice.
Yes, the Batmobile was beast.
In action, the Batmobile was a beast until Superman kicked the living shit out of it.
I mean, he just gave it a knee, and the thing came back broken. Alfred must be pissed trying to fix that.
Hey, but you know what? Where Bruce Wayne was staying, that crib was dope.
Yeah, I mean, he is, he's Batman. Let's see.
He had a dirty floor though. Homie needed to get someone to sweep up after him.
You think Alfred's going to do it? Alfred's like,
Alfred just went into the room to drink some coffee.
Anyone hyped for Justice League? I am. I'm happy. I want to see what they do with Justice League. I want to see how they bring that forth, because now you have Wonder Woman who you can see she loves to fight. Aquaman's going to show up with his own little temper.
But see, okay, I would like in Justice League that the first conflict is the Amazonians versus the Aquamans.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. And then they come together to fight the greater fight, being an alien threat. Because I can see Superman, Batman on the sidelines while these two are butting heads and they're trying to play peacekeepers.
I think what's going to happen is Superman's going to be resurrected in the first act. Towards the end of the first act.
He's already resurrected.
No. They're just going to show it to us then. But he's going to be weak. He's going to be very weak. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have flight at that time or limited flight or something like that. Like
Homie got flight.
No,
to make dirt float, he got flight.
No, that's only telekinesis, which is another Superman power that most people don't know he has. He has limited telekinesis around his body. Just saying. I'm just telling you what I know. But I think they will make him where he's weaker anyway at that beginning. So, his mom is going to contact Lois and they'll contact Batman. And Batman's like, look, you need to rest up. There's something's going on. I can deal with it, right? Kind of like, let me investigate first. And then if I need you, you can roll through. That kind of thing. I think that's my guess. Again, I don't know the storyline. I have no idea.
I can get behind that if that's what they're going for the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. To me, the coolest setup for the future were the mother box with Dyson and also the Parademons in Justice Flash. Oh yeah, those were cool setups. Let's see. Superman bounced it off like a bitch. I mean the car. Anyone like Justice Eisenberg's Lex Luthor?
I didn't have a problem. I found him entertaining.
I did too. I like Lex. I was worried. But he was a good Lex, says Ziki. 2 cents. I can't quite tell what happened in the Aquaman snippet. So everybody thinks Aquaman jetted off.
I thought that's what he did.
No, he punched the camera. So
remember, he punched the camera and then took off.
No, he didn't. No, I think he just punched the camera. He didn't take off.
No, he took off afterwards. Because the other two things that were like.
Remember
there's a
ship, right? There's a ship. Yeah. Right? There's one camera right in front. There's another camera far away.
And those two cameras, you see them pan like this. Because Aquaman took off like a cyclone in water.
Yeah, true. Yes. I mean, water is his thing, so he can move pretty fast.
But he's just floating. The hair's all, dreamy for the girlies. And then
he shiny, though. It was cool, though.
And then he laid the punch, looked, and took off.
Although I haven't watched the movie yet, I'd like to know if Alfred gets his hands dirty in this. I think this version of Alfred looks awesome. Alfred gets his hands dirty flying, which you see. Alfred is his
Alfred's
support technician, dude. Technician. He's too old to fight anyway, unless somebody invaded the Batcave or something. Then maybe he will fight, but not at all. He even went Sonic Boom thing what Superman has in the sky. Superman, yeah, I mean, he flew around Sonic Boom almost 90% of the time. As soon as he took off, he hit Sonic Boom like that. And once he left the ground, as soon as he cleared off, it's like the next thing you hear is.
I still love that. Do you? It just takes off on it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
still look good.
I get it. Like, I know 2 cents that the fight was short. But I get it that a lot of people wanted to see this as a very extended, long fight that would be Batman
Let's be
winning one
real.
fight. No, that's the thing though. This is the thing. Remember, Zack Snyder is a Superman fan first, number one. He's always said it. Number two, he puts it in practicality of the comic books. It's like, no matter how you look at it, you can't have this fight twice. I get that, which is why you had to build it up. And then when you had the fight.
That fight, let's be real, lasted about 10 minutes. Maybe not screen time, but in their eyes, that fight lasted 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the walking and the sonic echoes going at him. I guess he thought he was the Hulk and that would affect him.
Oh, they do that a lot in the Superman comic books because he has, remember, because he has super hearing. So you're hearing something at that high pitch, it will actually affect you more. So
and then he takes another step, and out of nowhere comes these Gatling guns, unloading on his head. Like, okay, this is just bouncing off of him, like it's tickling him, whatever. And then here he comes.
That was the softest push ever, man. That was the softest push ever.
And then he takes him up through the building to the roof and just slightly drops him to he almost falls off the edge.
Yeah, no, definitely. 2 cents. So Alfred builds the tech. Is there no Lucius? They haven't stated at all. Maybe Lucius might come in later and then add him to the mix. But they haven't.
You know what? I can see Lucius Fox coming in to refine the tech. Exactly.
So, and maybe even help build out Justice League stuff, whatever they need in there. So that might be something where. But this remember how they didn't mention Commissioner Gordon, but we know he's going to be in Justice League. So,
I mean, this whole, people bitched, critics were bitching here and there, but the movie served its purpose. It did what it needed to do. Did it need to take 3 years to make? I don't think so. But no, hey, that's just me.
One of the reasons why is because you actually see that Wonder Woman photo in there. And also, I mean, yeah, granted, that could have been edited in at the last minute, but you needed to record that and put it in.
That's not recorded. That was just a picture.
Yeah, but remember, they only cast him last year.
That's what we know. He could have been casted a while back.
No, they only cast him last year. They actually did.
Man. Look, dude, you got the part, but you need to stay quiet until we tell you otherwise.
The reason why I say that is because the other thing is also they wanted to build out the universe of what they wanted to do. So that's
you out of all people know them NDAs.
I know how NDAs work, but I just say I think that they wanted to build it out, and that's why it took time. The movie itself, not necessarily, but to say, okay, this will go here, that story will go here. Like I'm really hyped for Wonder Woman just because, especially that cast photo that showed her and her mom and her aunts, and Wonder Woman. I'm like,
are you referring to the Entertainment Weekly one?
Yeah.
Which one is her mom?
The one with the crown at the back.
I didn't notice a crown, but I did notice Robin Wright had a bow and arrow.
Robin Wright is her aunt, who's the lieutenant. Okay. Her mom is right behind her, the one with like the coat on top.
Mm-hmm. And who's the other chick?
So the other chick is her. You say it's an aunt also, but in the character in the comics would be more of like her
bodyguard.
No, one of her fellow. No, they don't have bodyguards there. One of her fellow sisters, who she always spars with. So basically, in the comic books, it's the mother, the aunt who trains, and then the other sister who trains with her. Now, Wonder Woman was made by her mom and asked Zeus for a blessing to bring her child to life. She was made from clay. So I don't know if they will go that route which is why they always keep training her, because she is, I mean, compared to all of them, she's more special still because she was blessed directly by Zeus.
But you know what? I cannot complain, but I actually enjoyed Batman's origin in this movie, the death of his parents. Short, sweet, quick, to the point.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. 2 cents. I agree, man. I don't know if they're gonna go with the original one or not. So we'll see. Wait, does Batman win? How's that even possible? Go watch the movie. Or you can watch this spoiler mix again. Probably a mix. I agree with you in terms of origin.
I think to me they fought to a tie.
No, I think Superman won.
By what? Letting him get his ass kicked?
No, I mean not that, but the fact that Batman did not become who he was. He was ready to kill someone intentionally.
He was ready to kill him
intentionally.
I mean, him saying Martha gave him an extra 2 minutes for Lois to get there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with 2 Cents Comics. I like when, I think I was the only one who caught that in my theater when he says when Lex mentioned Greek gods and one woman rolled her eyes. I was like, yeah, this chick is like, this fool doesn't even know his goddamn history. But this is the thing, though. Here's the funny thing: all three of them were at the party. Lex knew who they all were.
But he played it off.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that most people are missing. All three were remember, he already knew who Wonder Woman was because that's a photo right there. Yep. He knew Clark was, or maybe he was beginning to know who Clark was. He definitely knew Batman was Bruce Wayne, but he never will confront him because Bruce can actually kill almost anybody he sends. That's even the worst part. So it was that issue. Batman was very brutal in the movie.
Bruce Wayne whispers in the guy's ears, and then the guy beats the shit out of the other dude.
Yeah, I know, right? The guy's like, I assumed it would end on a truce when they team up. You just have to watch, man. You just have to watch. I think Superman won because he knew Batman wasn't going to back down unless there was a moment of true realization. That is very true, my friend. That's what happened. Yeah, that is what happened. But yeah, so that's it, guys. We've done a full hour of just yap chatting about Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I was going to share some images. Oh, I will share the image of Wonder Woman. This is a spoiler from the movie. So here it is. If I can share that. No, there it is. How do you make things larger? That's the image right there.
You can't.
I'm looking for where do I make it larger? Nope. I have no idea. I have no clue. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yep. So that's from the Wonder Woman movie, but this is an image from her from 1912 in Batman v Superman.
Dude, Bleedy Cool stole this picture.
Yes, they did. From where?
Actually, no. No, never mind. I wonder how they got that image.
Yeah.
They must have had a pirate copy.
They must have. But yeah, actually, let me share a few more images here before we wrap up. Just to highlight some stuff here for you guys. This was awesome, though, man. I mean, when he punched his head to the wall, decking him, it was nice. That little push, man.
You sent him back 40 feet.
I know. It was like a love tap push. Neck snapping.
But that scene was nice.
Yeah, it was a nice scene. Superman coming to court right before the explosion. Batman waiting. Yeah, this is what I'm waiting for.
Yep, you'll get it.
So, guys, help me select. Okay, look, I'm a Superman fan, so which should I get? Should I get both or one?
Getting both.
I just want the statue.
You're getting both. Don't deny yourself that gorgeous stuff.
Yeah. I want one. Chris Hogg says both.
You'll be getting both. Just write it off as a business expense.
Chris Hogg, do you feel the film maybe touched on too many plot lines? Dark Knight Returns, Death of Superman, Justice Gods Among Us, and more. Or do you feel it was the story simply borrowed from comic? I think it was story borrowed from comic books. Oh, you also missed a Red Sun in there, Superman Man of Tomorrow, and Birthright. Just to add on that. Look at all you bastards telling me to buy both. Who's paying for it? There we go, Frank. You told me to get the Batman.
But then you know you're going to want the Superman because Batman is looking up. Don't deny yourself. Just give in.
Imagine Christian Bale as Batman being brutal and a straight-up killer.
I don't see it.
No.
Especially in The Dark Knight Returns when he tells Catwoman, no guns.
Yeah. As Batman Begins is on TNT right now. Yeah, I mean they're going to play up all those movies this weekend. So whoever hasn't gone to see it we'll definitely go watch. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching and catching us up. If you yeah, I was gonna say if you don't want to watch the spoiler video, you can watch the non-spoiler one. Link is down below. But if you've already started watching, it's really pointless. But if you're, I mean, if you've seen it again and you're gonna see it again, let me know. I just want to hear your thoughts. Keep chiming in, guys. Would like to discuss. Leave those comments in the description. Thank you very much. Suicide Squad will have better cameo in the future Justice League members.
The only one that's gonna be in it is Batman.
There's only Batman in there. Lex might show up though. That's the rumor that he might be in.
What, from jail?
Mm-hmm. He might be in it. Maybe Joker was just like, maybe you should frame me and just like leave me alone.
But my thing is, how is Lex gonna get out?
I don't know. I mean,
that's why I don't think Mercy's dead.
I mean, we'll see how that goes. The only reason I like Batman films is because of the enemies. So get Superman, said David. Who is
dude. Lex had, he wasn't in your typical cell, because to get to his cell, you had to go through door.
Yeah. Who is Chris Klein playing? He's playing Steve Trevor, who is
he's playing two characters though in that movie, supposedly.
Yeah, he's playing Steve Trevor's grandfather, and then Steve Trevor. No way Messi's dirt. She's half cyborg. Oh yeah, she became that in the comics. No, but everybody was burnt in there. Maybe she was running outside in her leg.
I'm telling you, bro. They're gonna give you the illusion that she stayed behind, but she escaped. She looked at her pad, triggered something, and when no one was paying attention to her, she snuck out the door. I'm telling you.
So Frank says, which rating we give it? Now, our rating system is this: awesome, very good, good. What was it? Okay, and don't see it. So for you, Lou, where would you give it?
It's
very
good.
Okay, so Lou says very good. For me, I said awesome initially. I would downgrade it to very good. But it might go back to awesome when I see it on Monday again. So we'll see.
Come on, now you sent me a message talking about the movie was epic the second time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just being analytical. I'm trying to be as analytical as possible. But it was much better the second time. Screw it. Awesome. Yeah, I'll stick to my awesome. I'll put it there. It was an awesome movie to watch.
See, you should have picked up on more of the Easter eggs and other little lines that you might have missed from the first go around.
No, I mean, I picked up most of the lines, but I was still like, yes, this is great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely watch it again. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. If you want to, again, subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow Mr. Lou Rod, his Twitter handle is Booredatwork. Follow him on there and on Twitter, and mine is Booredatwork. Put it back up here again so you can see it. Thank you very much. Leave your comments in the comment section so we can keep discussing about this. Yeah, there's so much fan service in the movie. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great. Anyway, guys, thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.